Do you feel invincible right now? Do you feel unbeatable?
Quite on the contrary. My teammate is Lewis Hamilton, and he has been the benchmark for the last 2 years. And points gap, it's like if you consider all the points that are still up for grabs this year, it's like it's nothing, So it's a couple of races difference or whatever, and so it will always be a tough battle against him.
If I don't back out, I crash with Kvyat and then with Kimi. So I tried to back out, but unfortunately still hit Kimi's rear left, and it was a disaster at that point because you have both Ferraris touching each other and damage. But I think we were quite lucky. Obviously, I was a bit luckier to continue and still have both cars in the checkered flag.
First couple of corners were very good fun, and really enjoyed it. And I think it was a part of what brought me the podium today. It was excellent to really, taste the champagne again after Hungary. It feels like a while. So the pace was very strong all race. Our deck was very controlled. I think had we had another soft compound for the last stint, we could be fighting with Sebastian for a second place. And it's very encouraging that we are fighting with Ferrari already, both in qualifying conditions and race conditions. And soon, hopefully, with few upgrades to come, we could be starting to fight with Mercedes as well.
Lewis, obviously that first lap, that first corner, the damage to the car, how tough was it after that?
It was pretty killer. Floor was damaged, so obviously losing some performance there, and I think something in the suspension on the left front because the car was wobbling like crazy at the end of the straight. So trying to keep the car in a straight line at the end of the straight at 200 plus miles an hour was pretty intense. But I did the best I could really, and of course the first turn was really a disaster. So
I knew I could get the start. I did, and doing everything I could, and the way I came through the field at the end was I think awesome. I don't feel I left anything on the table, so it hurts to, I guess, have probably your best race and knowing you didn't get the champagne. So
we chose to start with a prime tire and run a little bit longer, but that benefit was cancelled after the safety car because they were behind our rear wing immediately. They didn't lose the 25 seconds. But to be honest, after the safety car, we didn't have the pace either to open the gaps. So we need to look at that.
In the start, I had a good first reaction, but then I was in the wrong power mode, so I was basically in the outlap, so there was not much power there. So luckily changed the switch, but I already lost 3 or 4 positions there. And from there on, it was very tricky with the safety car. I think I lost even more ground because we decided to do a double pit stop. Which I became, in the back of the pack. But I stayed calm, overtook the rivals one by one, and at the end, to come back to an 8th position. In the beginning of the race, I couldn't believe that.
I think in somehow it's positive that we have such a difficult race because we will analyze what we did wrong, what we did right, what we could have done differently, and from there come back stronger. But it's a very difficult one after the 2 first one, and not the best I was hoping for.